What up? Jump into this next episode. I don't know how I'm set up. Cool. Just wait for Rob. Let's see who else is available to add. Jamie. Okay, just wait for people. In the meantime, I'll be working on the sticker. I got a few others lined up as well. See how long it takes for people to jump on this thing. Yeah. Well, I don't know. It's taking so long. Here we go. Tried to add, but I don't know what just happened. Add as guest, yeah. There we go.
Yo.
What up, brother?
Let's wake this guy up. Come on.
Shoot.
Hey, this is Searching for Acclaim, man. You got to be awake for this.
Oh, I'm awake-ish.
I'm talking to the listeners, too. You guys, stop sleeping on us.
Damn.
What is this, episode 3?
I think so, yeah.
Let's go. Let's get this.
Tired, dude.
Hey, I'm tired, too, so I was just like, you know what? I just got to come at it like this is a battle, and like I got to bring the fire, you know?
Damn, dude. Like it's a battle.
Yep, JawsAtak versus Joice is on.
God damn, bro. All right.
Honestly, I've had a crazy day, so I'm like really not even fired up. I was like, I better just force myself to make it, you know. And that's, for sure. You know, that could be a topic for our show, really. I mean, you know.
Yeah, definitely.
But no, I just wanted to jump right in because I got to leave a little bit early today. So.
Okay. Well, so, yeah. Just jump into it.
Yeah, actually, I had a bunch of stuff ready, but then like my day's been so crazy. I was like kind of like thinking about maybe talking about something else because we can always do that on another one since I have all these notes and everything.
For sure.
Do you got anything for today? I mean, did you do any planning or you got any notes or?
I want to say I do, but I don't. Yeah, not really anything like written down. Just pretty much, just learning new shit every day, and yeah, just new experiences, but nothing written down in particularly.
All right, right on. That's funny. Our first podcast is like, take notes, take notes, take notes. Both of us are like, we don't have notes.
Right.
But I think there's something to be said
Well,
about just the fact,
yeah.
just like, you can't be perfect every time,
Right.
In fact, yeah, that's something I
I
was
mean,
going to talk to you about because I
mhm.
thought a lot of these goals, like, we had written down like 100 goals on those index cards.
Mhm.
And it's like a lot of times I'm just like, man, it almost feels like I'm overwhelmed because there's so much to do. It's like I don't know if I'm gonna even get any of them done.
Right. I did start one of those dream boards though.
Oh, vision board?
Yeah.
Yeah, nice.
And printed it out and put it over there. So I look at it every day before I walk out the door.
So you printed it out, meaning like you did a collage on your computer?
Yes.
Yeah, I was thinking
Yeah.
about doing that too because I could just do that in Photoshop or something. And like, what kind of stuff's on it?
Yeah. It's just music equipment and my dream car. It's music equipment and my dream
All
car.
right. So expensive stuff you have to buy.
Yes.
Yeah, I know. It's like, I don't know. Sometimes, you just put stuff on there too, like that just makes you feel good, like nature or like, some place that you want to go. Like you can
Mhm.
do a lot with those boards where it doesn't have to necessarily just be about money.
Right. No, it's just specifically like my
But,
dream studio.
okay, tight.
Mhm. Yeah. So that's what's up.
Yeah, I'm just sending a text real quick.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure if it just glitched out or what.
No, no. Um,
Well, my Chaos Pad will be here Monday. I'm stoked about that. I haven't been able to play with a Chaos
which
Pad for hella years.
which one did you get?
It's the KP3.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm gonna get the Chaosillator next. I think there's a
I think I
couple other
had one of
things.
those, and I don't think I liked it.
The green one?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, it's more. I mean, I don't know if all. Like I said, there's a lot of other pieces of equipment that I really like,
Hmm.
but I just have seen so many people jam with the Chaosillator Pro and the KP3. Like the jams are super dope, so I'm like, I'd like to do something like that.
Okay,
But there's other things that that's definitely not the number one thing.
but they're more
Uh,
affordable.
yes, yeah, they're definitely affordable, so that's why I was like, that'd be fun.
Um, so I got an art show up right now, and I had to take down pieces so because I have another art show tomorrow. So I
Oh
was
wow.
like, yeah, so that was kind of crazy. I'm like, should I just have more pieces and then just
Mm-hmm.
have stuff in storage? But I don't know. It's still the show like that's up right now still looks good, and
Mm-hmm.
I just took down like my best pieces just because I only get to have three. It's like a group show, so
Okay.
that'll be cool.
Mm-hmm.
But I think they were selling pretty good last month. They had their opening, so
Mm-hmm.
you know that's what's up.
Dope. Nice.
But yeah, man,
Cool.
we gotta
I think
figure
the
out how to
last.
sell more art.
Yeah, that's the ultimate goal, dude.
Yeah,
The last thing
for
I
real.
sold was I've sold two sketchbooks. A lot of people are like thinking about getting in the competition and then just like not. But whatever, that means
Hmm.
the chances of winning are greater for those people, you know?
That's true. Well,
Uh,
I mean, is there a due date on that? Like, you have to be in the contest by a certain time, or
no, just
no, it's just like
if
you got to
you
be
can, if
finished
you
by a
can,
certain time.
right, exactly. If you can complete the book within 5 days, by all
Yeah,
means, you
yeah,
know?
for sure.
But, but,
Um,
I just figured the more, that's why I figured like 6 months is like a good amount of time to fill 25 pages.
is that how long it is?
Well, you know, I mean, it ends in June, so you really have more than 6 months. You know, I
Mm-hmm.
started it just a couple weeks ago,
Right.
you know, thinking that like, oh, at least 6 months would be a good, you know, well, I mean, good to like fill the book and good to promote the book, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Um, yeah, I need to tell some people in person too, because nobody's hit me up on my Instagram, but
Hmm.
um, you just never know.
Yeah, yeah. Like I said, a couple people have like, you know, said they're going to and then
Interested?
just not. Yeah, well, they sound interested, you know, and then just don't hit me back, so whatever.
Yeah, well, that's on them, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it's a really cool
Yep.
push.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean,
so let's
again,
see.
it's good. It's definitely good.
Um,
Yeah, I'm just jamming on the sticker right now.
that's what's up. Yeah, I'm drawing like a something. I don't really know what. I'm not really in the mood to draw, but actually today's the last day of my finals, so I was supposed to get one more finished piece done, but I had so many errands to do and just like I woke up late and I don't know. I
Hmm.
basically like if this was like a real semester, it's like I basically just would I'd probably get like an A or an A minus instead of an A plus because I just didn't quite do enough.
Hmm.
But I still feel like I would
Right.
have got an A, you know?
Right. No, that's what's up. Oh yeah.
Um, yeah, man, I'm kind of brain dead right now. It's like I don't know. It's like right before this call, I was thinking I was pretty fired up, and like I was like, I don't know. I guess I just kind of lost it. Like I'm like I don't even know what to talk about.
Well, I mean, I guess we can just talk about where we are with our progress reports and shit. Um, oh wow, a handful of
Absolutely
people jumped on it. Didn't even notice.
nice.
So
Well,
I mean,
give
my
some shout
battle
outs.
dropped. That's kind of yeah. Shout out to
Hey,
Vitamin E.
yeah.
Shout out to Jimmy Hopkins. Um, yeah. So my battle dropped. I haven't watched it yet because like I'm still. I don't know. I'm still like in the mindset of I just battled and like it's just too early for me to watch it. You know.
You were telling me you thought it was
Um,
going to be like an automatic loss. Did
It
that happen?
well, I felt like it was a setup, and I still feel it like it was a setup, you know, because that's pretty much like how the outcome was. A couple different things happened. I mean, I kind of do want to talk shit, and I don't want to talk shit. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I feel like well, something that happened that like kind of irritated me during the battle was like she said something, and I'm like facts, and then like you know, you can get mad if someone's talking to you during your round. So homegirl like flipped out, and then Dan got like pissed off that I said something. And then like
What?
while I was going through my rounds, this bitch was like talking all through my rounds, like
What?
dancing, like doing all sorts of fuckery, and like no one cared. So I
Damn.
mean, there were so many things in my perspective that I was like, this is a fucking setup.
Mm-hmm.
And then, you know, they gave her the win. And so I'm kind of irritated. But at the same time, like, I don't know. like I do and don't care. Like I don't care on the simple fact that, you know, I do this for like it's fun, but at the other
Mm-hmm.
aspect it's like it's like the politics. There are real fucking politics in this
Mm-hmm.
shit, and it's like irritating
Absolutely.
how like fake shit can be, you know? And that's another thing, how
Mm-hmm.
fake shit can be. This
Like
girl was
it's not
saying
just skill.
no, it's like, all right. One of my hottest lines was some shit like, I bring phenomenal infinite vibrations, highlighting the night skies like the aurora borealis. I write rhymes more divine than a frozen lotus, open up and inside find a surprise cobra. Like I'm writing really dense.
Damn.
I'm writing some really dense
Yeah.
shit that's like fucking real and like
Mm-hmm.
amazing. And then like
Mm-hmm.
the people that I battle are talking some super like left field fake shit,
Mm-hmm.
and like that's like more, you know, what's expected or something, like extra fake shit, like extra
Yeah.
level fake WWF shit, you know, because like you meet them, you talk to them outside, and they're like, oh, I'm a really nice person, blah 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 blah,
Right.
and you're like, all right, then what the fuck was that? If
Right.
you're gonna be talking to me, we're gonna be talking on levels.
Uh-huh.
You know, if we're in a battle, I'm gonna be on this level trying to fucking explain and like connect shit, you know? And yeah, it's a battle, so I do say some shit talking, like I was talking about how she was like a fat chick,
Yeah.
you
Well,
know? But
if she is,
again, like
then there you go.
I'm staying within reality. What's fact and what's fact, and then you got more bars, you know, not like,
Uh-huh.
you know, call my mom a crackhead. Like, there's so much fake shit, and the fake shit is always gonna win over the real fucking life shit
Mm-hmm.
in
Right.
this battle world because of the fucking
Mm-hmm.
politics. It's fucking whack, dude. So it's irritating, but you know, I mean, whatever. At the same time, you know. So, and I mean, I felt it was a setup from the beginning too because of just the hype that was going on. You know, I mean, they would only hype this girl, and then like, and it feels like that's you know, whether she, you know, won or lost. Like if I had if I was able to get all three of my rounds out, it would have been
Uh-huh.
a undebatable. You know, oh yeah, okay, Jimmy. Um, it would have been like a slaughter fest, but still, I think they would have gave her the win simply because I feel like it's a game of puppets, bro. I feel like if you're more like uh if you like are more fit to be a puppet, then you're going to fit in just well. But if you're like an independent motherfucker who's like really making
Mm-hmm.
a name outside, like I don't need that league to build my name. It
Mm-hmm.
helps,
Right.
but I'm building my name outside of it. And I
Mm-hmm.
feel like that sort of stuff is for people who cannot build their name outside of this one little fucking world.
Mm-hmm.
And so the puppet master will be like, these are my puppets.
Right.
But then you got the fucking, you know, the rogue, the rogue people who aren't going to make it in the leagues just because, you know, I mean, shit, dude, I got other shit going on. So I'm not going to be good at being a puppet.
Yep.
Fuck being a puppet.
Boom.
So that's kind of how I see things. But it's fun, you know. I like being a part of the culture in a way that like people respect what I do, and again, it
Mm-hmm.
helps, you know. Um, but yeah, there are politics that I definitely am not stoked about.
I
So,
mean, yeah, there's gonna be politics in any game,
so
you know? Anything you're doing, there's some gonna be politics.
hmm,
Like even just there's gonna be politics in anything you're doing, really. Like even just having an art show somewhere, it's like who you know, and then like it's like how well they like you.
Mm-hmm.
And
Right.
I don't really know how you play that game other than just I think for me it's like about being like my authentic self and just like having trust that it's gonna work out, you know, and like
Right.
not buying into anything other than being like, all right, let's say these people don't like me. Well, it's like, all right, it's your loss. Then there's the next people they do like me. It's like, well, I'm gonna go with you, you know.
Right. Something that I realized too, I mean, obviously we all have different paths to make it to where we're going. And like, you know, input is good, but I mean, kind of like on the same thing, how like I just said, building your name outside of this little world. Oh, what am I trying to get to? So, like where Dan is. Like where Dan
Yeah,
is in the rap world or whatever. He
yeah,
made it by doing what he did. And then you have other people, I guess, trying to follow in his footsteps in a sense.
uh huh,
And I mean, all I'm realizing is that, like, you know, my path is very fucking different, you know.
uh huh.
And James wants to join the podcast. Hold on a second, Jimmy. Um, yeah, I mean, I guess it's just another perspective on that same thing I just said. That just like the path is just very different, you know. I don't know.
I
I don't
mean,
know.
yeah, that's the thing. No, that's the thing about this show. It's like searching for acclaim. It's like there's no manual that says how you make it in the art world, and so um,
Right.
that's kind of like I think what we're trying to figure out. And like I wonder if we're gonna be able to, you know, make it ourselves and then like help people because that's really like there must be some ways that works. You know, like I like how you're
Mm-hmm.
doing the interviews with people that you
Mm-hmm.
look up to because they're at a level that you're not yet, so you're trying to get advice
Right.
from them.
Right.
And so it's almost like there isn't like a certain specific way to be successful, but there are definite ways that like characteristics that successful people do.
Right. Right.
So we
Right.
just have to figure out what those things are and then practice those ourselves, you know?
Right. Well, I mean, I know consistency is one of them. You know what I'm saying? And I think, I mean, as
That's
far as
definitely
like, you know, I mean, and a routine, and I don't really have like the greatest routine other than consistently doing what I want to do. You know what I'm saying? Just
mm-hmm.
the, I don't know if I told you, but I want to take like a break from doing art and specifically focus on like the business aspect of what I'm trying to
Uh-huh.
figure out. I'm
Okay.
probably gonna do that I'm probably gonna do that in June.
Okay.
I'm gonna stick with June just because so I can like have more time to draw, and then when the June, you know, Black Book battle ends,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we'll move on to the next contest, but I'm going to take a break from doing art. I'm literally like, maybe I'll doodle, but I'm gonna try not to. I'm gonna try to focus on just like
Yeah.
instead of like what time I'm gonna spend on art, I'm gonna spend it on making myself independent
Just
and
yeah.
in the business aspect, you know.
That's what's up.
Um, so I think I'm gonna take at least 2 months,
Mm-hmm.
and then maybe, you know, after that 2 months, you know, I'll start drawing again, hopefully with a better understanding of like the business aspect, and then I'm
Yeah.
probably gonna do like at least 2 to 4 week intervals
Okay.
following that where I can just like it's specifically gonna be like business working on time. You can you go Swiss? Let me know it. Oh, okay. And so that's something I'm going to do. But in the meantime, I've been working on hella beats lately
Nice.
because I figure if I'm working on beats as much as I'm working on like drawings, then I'm gonna be good at beats soon. You know, and I've definitely made a handful of beats that I like, you know. Some
Yeah.
of them are better than others, but I mean, right now I have at least 7 beats that I made that I
Mm-hmm.
like well enough to like do another single,
Mm-hmm.
you
Nice.
know. So just progression, and then now I'm focusing like when I realized on the way down that the battle was a setup, I was like I could have used all that money to buy another piece of dope music equipment,
Mm-hmm.
but I didn't. I went and took a fucking you know
Trip.
trip to San Jose. Um,
That's
but
cool though.
it also made me realize that it also made me realize that like, all right, now I can just focus on music, and
Mm-hmm.
a little bit more. And
Well, I mean, it's good. You have
so
to have
yeah,
an
some
outlet.
big things are in the work.
You know, you have to have an outlet. It's like you
Mm-hmm.
can't just crank out beats all the time. You have to have people to show the beats to. And you can't just go out all the time because then you don't have anything to show for it. So it's kind of like you got to balance all the different things you're doing. I think that's what I'm having
Right,
a hard time with right now.
and it's
I've been
easier.
so focused on school that it's
Mm-hmm.
like I'm just like I don't know, I'm kind of getting lost in it. It's like I'm just doing so many studies that I feel like I'm not even really doing any like really cool like phenomenal like big pieces or super psychedelic kind of like you know
Mm-hmm.
like the pieces I'm known for and like the kind of stuff that stands out in a gallery. Like I haven't done anything like that because I've been so focused on learning all these techniques.
Right.
So I don't know, I'm trying to find balance within like how do I continue to learn and push myself but not make it look like my art's just like childish because I'm just trying to do some sort of basic technique.
Right. Right. Well, yeah. I mean, it kind of sounds like you're. Um. Well, yeah. I mean, in a sense, taking a break from like what you're used to for a
Mm-hmm.
minute. You know.
That's true.
I mean,
Yeah,
to focus another
that's
or to
true.
strengthen another skill. So it's not like a bad thing, but I understand, you're used to doing the other styles, and yeah,
Yeah, I don't know. It's just like, like you said, you're going to take a break in a few months, and like,
yeah,
it feels good to be able to just kind of step back from it all and be like, because when you come back, you actually feel like you've learned stuff.
right,
You,
and you have just a fresh perspective.
mm-hmm,
I mean, I'm still gonna be doing like the weird. It's funny because like I think every week I find some other weird thing to like add to my graph pieces,
mm-hmm.
and I think I'm to the point where it's like when I come back with a fresh perspective, none of that's going to be lost, but it's going to be just like a clearer vision or something, or not. I
Absolutely.
don't know.
Well, I mean, I took years off from doing any art, and yeah, it feels weird like getting back into it, like because it's like my whole personality is different. Like the things I think about and how I'm gonna apply them,
Right.
it's just like, yeah, it's kind of bizarre, but I don't
Right.
know, man. Um, yeah, there's like, I don't know. I guess just fine art is a lot different than like graphic design. So I've been doing a lot of like design work that just feels like really simple,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm like, dude, this is not like on the level. Like I can do really far out, super psychedelic kind of stuff, and it feels weird
Right.
to not be doing that. But then,
For
so I don't
sure.
know. And I'm doing this like figure drawing, and it's so funny. It's like I look at one of my pieces, they're like really badass. Like I get tons of people buying prints, and And it's like, okay, I feel like all my art should look like that. But then I go and I start like drawing like
Right.
this figure, and it's like it's basically feels like a stick figure to me. And I'm like, what the how? I don't know. I almost feel like I'm going backwards, dude. I'm like, I feel worse at art than I was before I started taking these classes.
Damn. It's kind of a fucked
Because
up feeling.
well, yeah, because it's like I'm learning like completely new stuff, so I have like no
Right.
basis. Yeah,
Right. It's just a skill you haven't mastered yet.
right. And then I try to add those into these more complex pieces, and then it's I don't know. I do like a underwater scene, and it's like you get these sea urchins, and they're like all perfect and like crystalline, and they're like all this
Mm-hmm.
sacred geometry. And then it's like then I add a figure, and all of a sudden it's like all that perfect symmetry like disappears, and it's just this super cheesy like looking figure. Even though technically it's just both now. So yeah, it's kind of weird. I just feel like I got years more of work before I can integrate these styles together. And that's a really hard place to be in, to
Mm-hmm.
realize like literally I already thought I was a phenomenal artist, and now I'm like, oh, I like actually don't feel like I'm good at all anymore. And it's just I feel like I got knocked back like, I was like in college, and then I got knocked back down to high school.
Damn.
So, or even like grade school, it's just like I just feel like what happened. So it's tough. I've been definitely really struggling with it, and just kind of feeling like not having fun with art, like it's just work. And then I'll be like, all right, fuck
Mm-hmm.
this. I need to like just have fun. Like I'm just gonna drink like 3 cups of coffee and like sit down for like 6 hours and just do something like just as dope as I can. And then it's like after like 2 hours, I'm like, this
Right.
thing sucks. I hate it. And I don't know. It's just this really
Damn.
weird feeling of like, so I don't know. That's when like my goals come in, and I realize, all right, even if today's not a good day, I'm still working at that goal. Like I got a
For
bunch
sure.
of these. Dude, I still only like look at this. Look at how many cards I still have. Look, these are the ones that I've done, and then this is how many that I have to go still. Like I don't know. I probably have
And,
only done like less than half of the index cards.
mm-hmm.
I mean, but see, these are like big things, though. It's like I already finished one of them. I already got one of my goals done. Actually, two. So that's pretty
What?
cool. I mean,
What are
what are the
they?
goals? Well, so like I
Yeah.
had done like 10 portraits in like 3 months, like through my school, and uh,
Mm-hmm.
and then so I was telling myself a couple weeks ago, I was like, so if I did 10 in 3 months, I should be able to do 15 in 1 month. And so far I've done 16, 17, and I still have like 2 more weeks. So basically, I just cranked
Oh
my
wow.
output like by like 500%.
Wow.
Um,
Okay.
so I see goals like that where I'm just like, oh, I know. Instead of doing a portrait like once a week, I need to do like 3 to 5 a week. That's how I'm gonna get good.
Right.
And I'm sure you must have seen the last thing on my Instagram, the Joice, um, uh, on IG, like the one of Shannon, where she's smiling like super big. I saw you liked it. It was like it's one of my most recent ones, but um, it's like has like a blue background, and
Which
her
one
teeth are
was it?
just huge. Like she's just it's this chick, and she's just smiling like huge, and it's a portrait. I don't know. It's like it's definitely my best all year, and
And
it's one of my most recent ones. But anyway, check that out. It's like really it was like really loose.
yeah. I like that. I remember that one. I like that one.
Um, so it's like kind of cool. It's like when you scroll through my Instagram, it's like you look 3 months ago and like to see the first thing that I did was basically like a pencil sketch. And, you know, it's like
Mm-hmm.
the eyes were too big. And then just to see the one I just did, which is like fully painted. And like I used some like photo mashing and I got like this background and her hair looks all realistic and it's like, it's just spot on. And it's just
Uh-huh.
weird to like look like I can see the progress. Like even when I'm like, oh, I don't feel like I'm like getting anywhere. I can see the
Mm-hmm.
progress, but I still have this feeling that it's like not going anywhere. It's weird. I think that's
Hmm.
part of being an artist though, is just always wanting to be better. You know,
Right,
you're
exactly.
never really gonna settle. Although I don't know, I feel like you must be kind of at a point with your graffiti where you could be like, okay, like I'm dope. You know, like where you're at this point um, you're at this point where you've put enough time in so you know how to do your bars that look 3D, you have little explosions or stuff that like work, and so you don't even really have to think about it. You can like sit down and do a piece and then just know it's going to turn it. And you know, actually I was thinking about you know when I paint I don't know if you know the name, but the figure, it's like that 4 feet by 4 feet meditating Buddha. It's like has the big like halo around it and the stairs on the side. Um, it's like when I was living in the Redwood house. Um, I don't know. I just realized like I have a couple pieces from that time period that are just like my best works I've ever done. And I was trying to think like what was different back then. Like was I just on it? And then I remember like you coming over a
Mm-hmm.
few times and us like working on little shitty paintings that I was like literally like splattering paint on and just like mixing with my fingers and like I must have done, you know, like 50 paintings and then it just happens to
Mm-hmm.
be that I pulled two off that were really dope. And I guess
Mm-hmm.
it's like I don't know, I'm just trying to not be so hard on myself and just think actually it's just the more work that you do, the more chances you have of success.
Yeah.
Um, I don't know. I mean, I'd love if every piece I did was just my new favorite, but that's just not happening, you know?
Right. Right. Yeah. I still haven't reached my favorite yet. My favorite painting, I still haven't been able to match that yet. There's
Which
been
one's
some
that?
close ones, but still nothing's reached my favorite yet.
Yeah,
Hey,
it's
hold on
like
one
weird
second. I
because
gotta
it's
get this
like,
other pen. Unless I have one here. Hold on. No, give me 1 second. All right. We good. We good.
yeah, I guess I'm just wondering, it's like, okay, so like your favorite painting, like, how do you, like, can you analyze it, look at it, like, really think, like, what works in it, and then, like, write that stuff down and then apply that stuff in order to make a new favorite? Or do you feel like it's more just like it just happens to be like sometimes you're in a flow, sometimes you're not?
Well, I don't know. There's a lot of aspects that make it my favorite. I mean, like the shape of it. I don't know. It's like the background plays a big part of it. I mean, just like my letters nowadays are way more like complex,
Mm-hmm.
but at the same time, like, I don't know if easily my favorite, and I haven't been able to match it. I don't. I don't
Yeah,
know
I'm just.
why. I don't. Glitched out for a second.
Yeah, I know it's fine now.
It's a little bit glitchy, but yeah, I don't know. I feel like, yeah, I don't know. I feel like it's
Well, I
not in
think it's
pop.
something good to look at.
Hmm.
Huh? uh, I think it's good to like really like critique your own work.
Yeah,
Like
it's
a lot of times I send you pictures and I ask you to give me a critique and you never do. And it's
what?
like learning that.
It's getting glitchy.
Well, I just feel like I should keep talking because otherwise, how will you know if it's glitchy?
Hmm. Well, I can't find my mark. That's annoying. Or something. I don't care. Anyway.
So, can you hear me yet?
It's, yeah, a little bit, but it's getting kind of. Yeah, Facebook
Hmm.
kind of sucks sometimes, man. Sometimes it works good, sometimes
Yeah, we're gonna have
shit.
to figure
Sometimes it
out
works
something
good, most of
else.
the times it works shitty.
All right,
Hmm?
I'll get. We're gonna have to figure out something else.
What?
We're going to have to something else.
What?
uh,
Yeah, I don't know, man. My shit says it's got good connection, and that's, yeah, I don't know, man. Can't figure that shit out. Some days are better than others, that's for sure. Well, it's cool. We had a nice little conversation, though. It's been over 40 minutes, so that's pretty solid. A little different than most of
um.
our episodes, but still got some info out. I found my marker.
So yeah, if we can't talk, then there's no point to be on the call, I guess.
What's that?
I feel like I should just get off the call if you can't hear me.
Yeah, it's gotten worse. The glitch is not, it's gotten worse. It's not gotten better. It's gotten worse. We just need to find a more reliable way to do this, really. Facebook's not doing the best. We've looked into other options, but seemed to be the only one that would work, and now it's not
Look
even
at your
working that good.
comments. Look at your comments.
Okay, sounds like a deal. Word. All right, until
All
next
right,
time,
peace.
everybody. Yeah.